All right, guys, we're back with another one. What do you think we're working on? I know I asked the question before. We got a lot of stuff going on, and we got one in the shop. But I bet you're about to be surprised. Well, guys, like I said, you're going to be surprised. Maybe pleasantly. Probably not. But we're not working on anything in there. And that's because we're back to a certain part that we had before where we're going to work on some things that we got to work on, not stuff that we want to work on. And that's this guy right here. So, trailers, right? We use them a lot. You see me picking up all my crap. And that's what gets it all here. And, well, obviously needed. But like any kind of machine, something's got to be worked on, right? So you guys know this one is not actually my trailer. I borrowed a lot from a buddy of mine named Ed. Guy over the VFW. Nice dude. I mean, obviously he's a nice dude. He lets me borrow his trailer all the time. But, like I said, needs maintenance. He's concerned about wheel bearings and brakes because they've been sitting there for a while. Well, they've been sitting on the trailer for a while. Obviously, the trailer don't sit. I drive that thing everywhere. I drag it wherever I can. Sometimes, just go to Virginia Beach and back. You know, take it for a little ride. But, so that's what we're going to do. And we're gonna do it out here. Just because, well, just because. All right? And that's it. Enough of the explanations. We get to work. All right, so a little history on the trailer. I don't really know any. I do know that Jeff dropped it off, and he left me a souvenir. My truck was in the shop when he brought it over. That's why he did. And as you guys all know, Jeff's a hell of a guy and loves to help out. But what we got here? It's, I don't know, 18-ish feet. 18-ish? That's a word, I promise you. Yeah. And it's got a winch on it. It's got a toolbox. It's black. It's got white wheels. It's got this going on. You see it? See it goes down? Look at that. Ultimate. And lazy man technology. Sure beats the hell out of being in there like, that sucked, right? But got some D-rings on it. Brand new spare. Greasable bearings. Little dovetail. I feel as if Jeff had something to do with that right there. But let me get a jack out here. We'll jack this thing up a little bit and pull some wheels off and see what's going down. Oh yeah, he left the parts for me, so that was pretty dope. And right here, trailer parts from Libra, whatever. We got some bearings here. So trailer bearing wheel kit. There we go. We got that. Got a couple of them. All right. That has nothing to do with that. And then we got brake parts. Let me find out they're coming fully assembled. Oh man. All right. Yeah. Sure looks like they do. Today just got easier. Well, guys, as you can see, things have escalated. So, luckily we got the Tundra back today because we need this little guy in order to get this little guy into the shop. Not sure if you heard that, but we needed the Tundra to get the trailer in the shop because, as you guys saw, sun went down, it got cold, and remember when I said today just got easy? Yeah, don't ever say that. All right, guys, so with this escalation, meant a hat change and a jacket to be installed because she got a little cold out there. But, oh, by the way, this is the only hat I have like this. But the kid's working on merch. Just make sure you guys leave some comments and tell them, like, hurry up, dude. You know, because, yeah. All right, so this side is done. It wasn't anywhere as easy as I thought it was going to be. There might have been some things over torqued, might have been one or two things installed incorrectly. Well, as far as I can tell. But I don't know. We'll see how the other side looks. But I'm going to have you guys over there with me. Because now that I kind of figured it out over here, I should get my ass whipped less over there. Guess we'll find out. All right, guys. So we got this side jacked up. And I promise you there is a jack stand under there. Because, you know, safety third. We'll start with this front wheel right here. We're going to pull the wheel off. Take off the bearing buddy thing there, and show you where the bearing's at and how to take care of that. Pull the hub, all that kind of stuff. So here we go. All right, so here's your hub. Your bearing is inside your hub. This is, I don't think it's a real bearing buddy. I think it's like a wish.com bearing buddy, and that's fine. You know, they work too, I guess. So, what it does, I'm sure you guys know this, but it's got a Zerk fitting right here. So you just pull this cover off, you can grease the bearings up without pulling everything apart. But it's an aftermarket thing, you kind of just beat it on there. I'm not going to say it, but you know I almost did. Body shaping hammer, because I don't have a ball peen. So you want to kind of just tap it on each side, kind of with a outward motion. You want to catch it. I didn't. See all that grease in there? So they work. So you see I kind of walked it out there, right? Well, here goes. Not your bearing yet. This guy. Oh, there it is. A lot of grease in here, guys. A lot of grease. There's an extra Zerk fitting for some reason. This is a little weird. No. We got this. We got this. Look at the grease in it. There it is. I found it. Usually I'd sit on my little stool, but you guys are sitting on it right now. So, there. Some of these will have cotter pins inside this castellated nut here. This one does not. There is a little locking washer right here. It's bent right there. No longer bent. Luckily, this is the exact same size as the trailer hitch. So I just happen to have this oversized wrench. Otherwise, you'd probably be screwed. Maybe using channel locks or an adjustable wrench, which also works. So. So you guys see that right there? That's a separate washer. Bent up, so this was bent down that way. And that's what was keeping the nut from spinning. Works just like a cotter pin, but you go. So you saw just took the bearing out. Let's see what that is. There it is. Again, that comes off, and there's the inner bearing. This one we got to take out over on the bench. We got to beat it out of there. And we'll clean this guy up a little bit. Check it for wear and whatnot. She good. So that's the zerk fitting for the axle there. The other one's for the bearing. All right, that's all good. So we will take the hub and everything over to the bench and break that one down and load it back up. All right guys, here's the hub, got over here on the bench. So that's where the outer bearing goes, that's already out of there. Here's the inner bearing, and you got a bearing seal right here. See, it's flush with the back of the hub there. So, you know, putting it like this, you got to punch down in there on the bearing. But it's not going to go anywhere this way, so I'm going to stick her in this guy here and get after it a little bit. I can tell you the other side was stubborn, so I assume this side will be too. For the record, the other side's a different one too. Something probably got replaced. This is an 07, this trailer. So it probably got replaced along the way, but I don't know which one got replaced, but yeah. A little different. Huh. That hurt a little bit, but I'm all right. This is some messy trash, guys, as you can tell. But the more grease, less problems. That's what they say. I don't think anybody says that, though, to be honest with you. I just said it. Does that count? I got it. Whatever. So they're kind of in there, man. You know what I'm saying? They're in there a little bit. Getting there. Where are you getting there? Another. Yep. This is really starting to get to me, guys. The bearing should be coming out of here instead of spinning in there and just pissing me off. The other side did the same thing. Well, I thought it was coming out. It's just the bearing coming out. All wrong. That's not what you want at all. I don't understand why this one's doing this. I really don't. No, I'm not going to do it. The seal's almost out of there too. I guess the seal is coming, so it's just not doing it the way I'd like it to. I don't know the last time these were done. I'm thinking it's been quite a while. Everything's pretty much corroded in there. Makes it super dope. No, it doesn't. So the bearing came out, but not the seal. That's going to make it extra special. Alright guys, usually this doesn't happen. I don't know how I'm going to get this out, to be honest with you. It's probably going to be pretty haggard though, promise you that much. Good thing I'm a hack. Alright guys, that's how I'm getting it out. Didn't know it that much longer. But came at the hub here from the back side. And I hit those, well, there's no corners, but 4 points there. Hit it with this chisel. Trying to break it free, you know, because there was definitely seized in there. And made sure not to hit the hub. And when I did that, it loosened it a little bit. And then I came back at it from the inside again and came right out. So sometimes you got to be a little creative when things are corroded in places, or maybe it wasn't corroded, maybe it was just grime and heat cycles and whatnot, but that thing was stubborn, should not have come out like this. But the important part, it's out, and now we can clean this up and start building it back up. I don't know if you guys can see this, but you see this edge here on top of this race? That's part of the seal. So it's just in there. I gotta get that out. See on this side, it's not there, right? It's just the hub and then the race. Which, by the way, this kit here comes with races. See the bearing and the race as one. If the race is good, you don't need to replace it, you know. But so I'm not going to do that. Basically, press them out, press them in. But I got to get this off of here. So make sure you got to make sure you inspect your parts before you put stuff back together, because this right here would not let the new seal sit right and cause more problems down the road. So when you have stuff that comes out looking like that, there's a good chance there's some stuff left behind. All right, guys, I got it out of there, and it's over here, kind of. Yeah, there it goes. A little jacked up. What I had to do is, well, I actually took the race out, and when I pushed the race out, it pushed that out. And then the other one came with races, so put a new race in. And I got a little aggravated doing it, so I didn't film any of it. But now I get to get some aggravation out, kind of, because we got to put this guy in, right? So we're going to use this block of wood and this hammer to put that where it needs to be. And there you go. So obviously use a block of wood so you don't damage the seal with the hammer. This here, see how it's that's flush, obviously, right? If I didn't get that piece out of there, it wouldn't be able to sit flush. Therefore, it wouldn't sit right on the axle, and well, you know, yada yada yada, right? There was a small casualty. This little guy. I'm not going to get rid of it because I think I might have just made a new tool. But this is one of those quality screwdrivers, as you can tell. Right? Yeah. It's got to be 20 years old though, and I really do think I might have made a little like nice little, little. All right. I'm going to grease this other bearing, or pack this other bearing rather, and get this thing put back on. So there's probably 1,000 different videos out there on how to pack bearings. They're all pretty much the same thing. You take some grease, right? A little, what is this here? You know, grease. You got it, right? Yeah. Take some of that. Just get in there. Just get on in there. There we go. And you plop it on here, right? Nice. Look at that, huh? Kind of wish I had some of Kevin's $35 gloves right now, but what are you gonna do? And you take this little guy and you force the grease in through here. And you kind of, what I do is I just kind of just take a little bit at a time until it comes out the front, and then you know it's all in there, right? I don't think there's anybody in the world that likes packing bearings. See, you see it coming out like that? You got it. Slide on over a little bit. I was going to stop and buy some gloves. I didn't. I bought beer instead. I stand by my decision. It's all about decisions. I can do this without gloves. I can't drink beer without beer. That's the facts. I'm just saying. These are the things I think about as I'm working out here. Scary, huh? I get that. Yeah. We got it. All right. All right. So I like to put a little bit of little film. I think everybody does. A little film grease on the spindle here. Just a solid idea, you know. You are going to go through a lot of rags, and you'll be wiping your hands quite often during this job. But you gotta have this grease on there. More grease is better, you know what I'm saying? Kind of the whole idea behind that bearing buddy, real popular with like boat trailers. I've never had them on a car trailer, but you know. Doesn't mean it's not a good idea. It just means I never had them on a car trailer. All right. Put this little bad dog on here. This little guy on there. Wipe your fingers. You don't gotta. I just do. Then you got this guy. Then on the flat spot here, where you put this little tang. You know, like the drink we used to drink. I got stuck on my blanket. I'm gonna make it. Maybe I don't need such a big ring. I want to seat this guy, right? Just a little tight. I mean, you're not torquing this thing. Just a little tight. You back her up a little bit. You line that cotter pin with that tang up, whatever you want to call it. See? Right there, doesn't bind at all. Good to go. Get the old flathead. And bend the tang into place. See in there? We good. So now we're gonna put on the bearing button. Real sophisticated thing here. I'm gonna start her, all right? Get her kind of square, I think is the word. Center. Any of those will work. A little block of wood here. Very important to make sure all the splinters go everywhere. You just beat her down there till well, till the old line is, you know, sealed. Oh, that's when you know you got it good. Well, she's in there. We'll clean out any debris we want to put in there. She's debris free. Yeah, all right. This little guy. On that guy. Yeah, get going there. I say you push in the center. And it makes like a suction. You don't want to come off. So put the wheel on and we're done. Alright, so we're over here on the back one. See? Told you there's a jack stand. Alright, so I already pulled it apart. Cleaned up the spindle. I'm going to shoot some brake clean all over the brake. That's the only difference is the back one's got a brake on it, right? It's a traditional drum style brake. So to pull the drum off, so we got this little guy for, right? Come from behind and, whoa, never mind, sorry. All right, grown up stuff. Yeah, so, right, there's a little wheel in there. So you put it like this and push up, you're bringing it closer together so you can pull the drum off. After you're all done, put it back on and adjust it the other way and make sure you got the right tension. And I'll show you how to do that here. Well, after I go over there and finish packing all those bearings. So originally I was going to change out the brakes too, if you guys remember. So there's the brake stuff. Here's some brand new brakes. See that problem? Left and left. Quality control wasn't paying attention on this one, so luckily we so I mic'd it out right. Check this all out here. Plenty of life left on these brakes. They're good till what, 1.5 millimeters, and they're both at like 3.8 both sides. So we're good to go there, which is lucky because we ain't got no parts, right? So get those back there and maybe you can get his money back or something. All right, guys. So right now, you're looking at the back of the brake. So what you do is, take this little guy and push like from start here, and you hear that wheel, you grab that, push up, and that'll loosen it up, and then come like this, that's on the other side of it. You pull down from that wheel. You want just a little bit of grind there, just a little bit of, maybe grind's the wrong word, but you know, just a little bit, you hear it running there. You know it's just touching that shoe. That's how you gotta adjust it right. And then you take this little guy and seal her up. Call it good. All right, well, she's all back together, and we even made it official. Part of the family now, Ed. All right, guys, that should not have taken as long as it did. But it did. There's nothing I can do about it, I guess, right? I'm thinking this hasn't been done in a long time, if ever. It's an 07 trailer. We get some snow, we get a lot of rain around here. There's a good bit of rust in some of the cars, so I don't know. But everything fought me the whole way. But we got it done. He's all set, and he's safe. He's got good peace of mind. What more could you ask for, right? As for me, I'm going to take this thing back to the VFW, drop it off over there, come back and crash out because it's like creeping up on the middle of the night, you know? But you guys should like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, tell a friend, and as always, thanks for watching, guys.